Hello? Hello. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I think we're live. Are we live? Has it updated yet? I haven't done this in so long, guys. What a time. What a time it's been. If you haven't been able to tell, new setup. I have a feeling this is the final. Should be. There we go. It looks like it. What is up, guys? We got quite a bit to talk about today. I figured it'd be best to just go live. I can talk about what's going on. First things first. I've been gone. I've been traveling for work, so it has been impossible to keep up with the news, if I have to say so myself. This has been the actual first week I've been home long enough to where I can actually sit down and talk to you guys. It's been hectic. It's been a hectic year so far. We're 19 days in. A lot has happened. Will we go to war? Maybe. Could we go to war? It's on the table. It is on the table for discussion, but we're just going to start off with some small talking points here. We got Florida governor to be, or he wants to be. He wants to do a sins tax on OF models. We're going to talk about Venezuela, how we kidnapped their leader in about 20 minutes, killed a good amount of people, took them in the middle of the night. Riots, protests everywhere. Iran, they're really testing the fucking limit right now, I'll tell you that much. So yeah, Super Bowl predictions. We got all sorts of things, guys, but I am just glad to be back. I think this might be the new direction of this channel. Having some fun here, as in weekly updates, aka we might do a live stream every like Friday or Sunday maybe. We might record these. I'm not sure yet. You know what I'm getting at. This live stream here is to kind of try to get me back into the flow, cover everything I've missed so it's out on the channel, and then we can start anew starting next week. Yeah, I've been gone, as in like for work, because this is not my job, obviously. I'm not that big. Plan on it, absolutely, that is the goal. But kind of where we're at is we're trying to figure out our foundation here, if I have to say so myself. I would say the foundation is the original foundation was telling my dog about what's going on in the world, keeping him up to date, which we do need to get Rocky in here. I have yet to make a Rocky cam or like a seat for Rocky. He would probably be sitting right over here. But pretty much I needed to get a feel back. I needed to get the flow going, get an understanding what this channel is, because I have a lot of goals this year, and one of them is to have a strict understanding of what this channel is. It's been a mix of like talking about old history, just like the last two videos. I wanted to talk about Appalachian Mountain, this weird disappearance, which it very well could be. I think this channel is going to be turning into a style podcast form, and then I'll be posting clips from the podcast on the channel, as in shorter little snippets, so that way say if you miss the live stream, or if you missed the big episode, the big hot topics will be in its own section. I feel like that's pretty fair to say. I don't know exactly the days yet, but we're getting there. We're really figuring it out. I really hope this music isn't too loud. If it is, comment down below. But I like this setup. So far, I like the way we look. I like the way everything is rolling right now. I think we have a good foundation we're building at this moment. So where should we start? Where should we start, guys? Should we start with the Florida sin tax proposal, We just might. Let's see here. Got my notes. We got Florida I already did all that. Okay. Florida might slap a 50%. Let me turn the volume down. I realize I really hope it's not too loud. Also, I'm not wearing matching comfort pants. These are Sam's Club sweats, and this comfort hoodie just happens to be the same color. All right. Also, if I'm looking over here, it's because I'm looking at my monitor to make sure I look good. All right. All right. I'm nervous, guys. I'm nervous. All right. So Florida might slap a 50% sin tax on OnlyFans creators. And also the U.S. captured Venezuela president in the military raid. Then we're going to cleanse our brains with some Godzilla beer unboxing. Oh my gosh. We are. Let's go to the first segment, dang it. Florida Republican candidate for governor, James Fishback, has pushed for a proposal to put a 50% sins tax on OnlyFans creators in Florida. Treated as a campaign proposal until it has become formal legislation. So yeah, he wants to do, in a way, he wants to put the sin tax on some OF creators in Florida. Mainly his goals were to try to persuade people to not go down that route to become an OF model. In a way of like, hey, we're gonna try to discourage anyone from joining because we're gonna tax you out the wazoo. Like, oh, you think you're gonna make some money selling some butthole photos? We will get 50% of the butthole pics. All right, give it here. Which is kind of wild if you think about it. Obviously, creators have publicly pushed back, arguing it is clout chasing, difficult to enforce, and potentially unconstitutional. Now, I don't know where in the constitutional aspect it is about the whole, what would it be? I guess selling explicit photos online and making money off of it. I don't understand it that much in a way. Is that entertainment? Or is that like, is it like strippers? I don't know. I don't know the whole thing. All I know is that they're trying to persuade people not to join. Now, where I'm at with it, holy, this guy's not going to do anything. Nothing's going to happen. All this is a giant headline, and it's actually going in his favor. Jack Fishback. Literally, nobody knew who that was until this happened. I can guarantee you that. It was a way of him to get his name out there. It was a way to get his name, like, look at me, guys, vote for me. Because, you know, the only amount of people in Florida that he's going for is the elderly. The elderly take over Florida by a lot. Something about the Lufa clan in Florida. You heard about them? It's the elderly people riding around with loofahs on their like radio antenna. That lets you know they're down. They're down bad. We got a bunch of old swingers in Florida, and they're gonna appreciate what this man's gonna do. Is this really a policy plan or a campaign headline? As the bill draft and enforcement, it's not. I don't think it's gonna happen. Not at all. And you got what's her name? One of the big Sophie Rain. She got involved in this whole beef, and all that did was bring more eyes to it to give the guy a platform at the moment. Will this get him elected? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. But am I for the tax? I don't know. Am I for OF being banned? Yes, because I do believe there is a porn addiction epidemic going on. Is that the right use of wordage? I believe OF should be banned, mainly for the fact to help people who are addicted to that content. And it is a sin to exploit your body and to cause others to sin, because that's all you're doing. You're just causing more darkness, and you are actually getting further away from the Lord, but not as much. I don't know where I'm at with it. Put down, don't subscribe to OF, subscribe to the Bible. How about that? That's a good saying. Yeah. Now, we're going to talk about this thing that I've been wanting to talk about, but I've been just kind of waiting for it to like build up a good amount. I think it's built up to its completion until we know what the whole verdict is. Venezuela. Nicolas Maduro. Let me tell you, on July 3rd, 3 days into the new year, by the way, forces reportedly captured the Venezuela president, Nicolas Maduro, and transported him to the United States. Maduro has denied wrongdoing and described the action as kidnapping, which, in a way, yes, it very much was kidnapping. We went in there and took your ass. We took it. We took you. Two things that could be true. You can believe Maduro is corrupt and also believe the method matters, because presidents matters. Because presidents matter. What is the end game here? Apparently we want to take Venezuela, or we want to like control it for now. I think we're gonna it's kind of like what we did in Iraq when we took away the power and we made them like, here's the new leader, but that took like 8 years. I'm really hoping this doesn't turn into another Iraq situation. Granted, a lot of people are eyeing this is mainly to get oil from Venezuela, because I believe they are like the biggest oil based spot everywhere on the map. So I could see that. I could see us taking Venezuela for their oil to get like a good amount, good deal on there, because I think we're gonna like take over. That's pretty spot on. Oh, where did it go? Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people who were upset about this in America. A lot of people were protesting. We don't need this. But there was also a good amount of Venezuelan people. Is that the correct wordage for them? I don't know exactly. Word for them. I don't know. Like, we're Americans, Venezuelans. I don't know. They were all celebrating. Everyone outside of Venezuela was celebrating and saying this was a good thing, which is ironic that Americans were saying, hey, this is bad. Granted, only thing I looked at it is I just hope it doesn't cause a war. Hope it doesn't. But it really, we kicked the beehive when we took this man from his bed. And the photo of him was very interesting. They had him in a Nike. He was in a whole Nike tracksuit, it looked like. We kidnapped him, all right. We got him. I mean, he technically, you could look at it, he was a dictator. He had people getting killed. He had all this other wild stuff happening in Venezuela. And, you know, it just a matter of time. We had like a $50 million bounty on him, and we just went and claimed it ourselves, if I have to say so myself. The whole thing was very interesting. Let me see. I think I have better notes here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Get these notes in here so we can actually like go into like the oil rig situation that we're looking at. See, this is why we're gonna clean this up, obviously. How y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking about this so far? The night of the capture. Here we go. You all ready for this? Yeah, here we go. You cannot tell the story without oil. They report that the U.S. moved fast and explained the operating license in Venezuela, including changes that would allow payments in cash rather than crude. They also report that the first round of Venezuelan oil sales valued around $500 million, with proceeds held in U.S. controlled accounts, including a main account in Quota. Venezuela officials told the local banks that they would receive $300 million from the oil revenue held in the sale dollars into exchange market, and move aimed at easing a dollar shortage and keeping imports moving. So, yeah, it's really for oil. We're really going there for oil. I'm not gonna lie. Now, a lot of other people were saying, other leaders were like, this was a violation of international law. We can't just go in and kidnap the deal. The UN Secretary Council has they pushed the address the intervention almost immediately, and they report officials warned the account could set a dangerous precedent. UK House of Command Library later summarized that the episode of the major international law controversy, tracking statements and reactions from government and institutions. So they were not happy about this. They were not happy. I guess there was a dilemma from the opposition perspective. Maduro being removed is the headline they have chased for years, but the reality that follows is messy. The opposition leader, Maria Corina Machado. I think she's the one who won like the Nobel Prize. I think she spoke about about the elections, but cautious the path. The path is complex at the moment, especially as Trump's administration prioritize stability and access to oil while backing Rodriguez in the short term. So it's gonna be messy for a couple years, if I have to say so myself. So we'll definitely keep an eye out on that. And with that being said, we'll just move on here. We'll move on. Hope that wasn't too messy. It's been a while. I've been gone for quite a while, my guy. I've been gone. Oh, let's see. So, here's a cool thing that's been coming out recently. The Godzilla beer. Have you guys seen that? PBR did a what do you call those? When they the collaboration. They did a collaboration with PBR beer. And this isn't like new, but they're about to come out with a 99 can beer. Look at this. You can't say this is beautiful. Look at Godzilla. I love it. I'm a huge nerd for Godzilla. So I want to take a look at these cans. I wasn't going to open these boxes at all. I don't feel like I should, but hey, you know what? the cans have art on them too. And I gotta appreciate that art. Now, I will say, I don't drink PBR because I believe PBR is a domestic violence beer. All right. Oh, look at that. Look at that art. Godzilla. We got Godzilla right there. Another Godzilla. Another Godzilla. Oh, these are all Godzilla. Guys, I need more. No, am I gonna have to go buy another case? I thought there was other monsters in here. Guys. 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 At least give me like Mothra. They're all Godzilla. Oh my God, I've been cheated. So much potential. They're all gone. Or they're not even here. Guys. I'm so upset. I'm gonna have to go buy another case. I don't even drink PBR. Is it anything good? I'm not gonna do a taste test because I'm trying to go a year without drinking. Maybe. It's a maybe on that one. It depends on this year's Super Bowl. I'll tell you that much. So this year's Super Bowl is gonna be looking interesting right now. It looks like it could be between. Ooh, I guess after this, hang on. I'll let you know. I wish I never opened that. All right. Put him right next to the Sydney Sweeney soap. How about that? We're gonna take a look at see who won the game today. There's 2 games on today. Yesterday they had the Bills and Broncos and Seahawks and 49ers. The Broncos won, thankfully. I wanted the Broncos. I want the Broncos and Houston Texans to go to the Super Bowl. Broncos won. Their quarterback broke their ankle. That is the only ass part at the moment. I'm not gonna lie. I need and then the Seahawks beat the 49ers, which is awesome. I do not need the 49ers going to the Super Bowl. The only people I cared to not make it to the Super Bowl this year was the 49ers, Eagles, the Kansas City Chiefs, and I think that's it. I think that is the only 3 I was really hoping didn't make it to the Super Bowl. Now, who I want to be in the Super Bowl is Houston. Oh, it does not look like Houston's going to make it. As of right now, recording, it's the 4th quarter, 2 minutes left. Patriots are up 28-16, and Patriots have the ball. Oh, that's hard. Oh, that's rough. That is rough right there. That's awful. And then up next, we got the Bears versus the Rams. You know, if the Patriots make it, sure, I'm okay with that. As long as it's, I mean, the fact that it's not going to be the 49ers or Kansas City makes it a lot better. I'm perfectly fine with it. It's been a long month so far, guys. So apologies for yawning there. So we're looking like, let's go to the bracket. Let's go to the bracket here. How we're looking. We got Broncos and Seahawks versus probably the Patriots, and we got whoever wins that. Now, here's my prediction going to Super Bowl. It's going to be Patriots versus Seahawks. realistically, that will be it. It'll be Patriots versus the Seahawks, depending on who wins this game. Can I watch the game? I cannot. Oh, can I? I cannot. Oh, no, I cannot. Yeah, it's not looking like they're gonna make it. Gosh, that sucks. That sucks hard. It's hard. Do I want the Rams or Bears to go? Not really. The only reason I don't want the Bears to go is because he's fan base. The fan base, all of a sudden, they woke up like there's something. Like there's something special. Listen, the Chicago Bears, you guys are moving to Indiana next year, okay? What are they going to be called now? What will the Bears be called? Is it just Bears? We are the Bears? Indy Bears? We the Indiana Bears? But what about the Indiana Colts? I don't know. When will the Colts shine and go back to the Super Bowl? I mean, as a Cowboys fan, the most undelusional fan base out there, I wouldn't be mad if the Cowboys go, but you know where that's gonna have to go. Jerry Jones has to die. Now listen, Jerry Jones, I have nothing against him. I don't wish he dies. I don't want death upon him at all. All I'm saying, he's kind of I think he's causing us the L. He is in control, so he is the reason why we haven't won. Because he thinks, I think he won like 2 Super Bowls, so he thinks he knows what's best. Jerry, all respect, have a stroke. But live, but then sell the team. How about that? I'm joking. I don't wish that upon anybody besides my enemies, which I don't think I have any at the moment. But where I'm at for the Super Bowl is I would love the Patriots versus Seahawks, because at this point, the Super Bowl is going to be entertaining to watch, if I have to say so myself. If we have good commercials, halftime show might be decent. I'm not a huge fan of Bad Bunny. I think he has one song that I'm okay with. If he brings on the K-pop Demon Hunters, that would be lit. I feel like there's a chance. That would be awesome. If he brought the Demon Hunters out there and Patriots and Seahawks play, good year. It'll be a solid year. I think the what do you call it? The views are gonna go up this year. Now that they're in the thing. So there's that. And next week, here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna go ahead and make some predictions with some UFC. I am going to be pretty decent at keeping up with UFC this year. I think this year is a huge year for UFC because now they're on the Paramount Plus plan. There's a big White House fight this year. Excited about that. That's going to be lit. I have a giant inflatable and a projector I'm going to put out in my living. Actually, I don't even think I'm going to mess with it. I don't even think I might do that. I don't know. I'm at a hit or miss if I want to do like a huge, what do you call it? A party for the UFC White House fight, because they go on so long, and I know that pay-per-view will go on forever because it's at the White House. Sorry about that. It's at the White House, and that's wild. Now we got probably they're starting off strong this year. Listen, the UFC pay-per-view this weekend is probably the best stacked card out there. Now, I've hit this dilemma. I don't invite anybody over to watch them anymore because whenever I watch them alone, fights are crazy. Whenever I have people over there, fights are awful. And I don't want to hype this card up that much, but I'm a casual when it comes to watching UFC. And when I know 4 out of the 5 main events or on the main card, we're doing good. This is a good pay-per-view. We're going to go with our predictions here. Arnold Allen versus Gene Sylvia. Listen, Jean Sylvia will probably put on a good fight, but we're looking at Arnold Allen. Yeah, that's gonna win by knockout. I think it'll be knockout. So then we got the next fight, which is a women's flyweight. Rose. I don't even know how to say your last name, Rose. And then Natalia Sylvia. Is she the brother of Jean? Or I'm gonna go ahead and say when Jean loses, it'll upset Nadia or Natalia enough to where she will give it her all, but will probably lose to Rose because I need Rose on that comeback train. This is her year. We need a good comeback train right here, Rose. Then we're gonna move up to the heavyweight. Heavyweights are so fun to watch. And listen, he is probably my favorite heavyweight. Derek Lewis versus Waldo. Sorry, I don't know your name. Cortez Acosta. Listen, because I don't want to say his last name again, I'm just kidding. I was going to predict Derek Lewis anyway, because Derek Lewis is that guy. He is him. And I truly think Derek Lewis will come out on top right here. Then we got the co-main event. We got Song Wadong versus Shane O'Malley. This is Shane O'Malley's comeback right here. This is his big comeback fight. I think Shane's got it. I want to see Shane O'Malley win by knockout. That would give him a huge push because he had the title and he lost the title. He hasn't fought since the title loss, right? Yeah. I think Shane O'Malley. Yeah, I'm going with Shane. Then we got the main event. Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje. Now listen. Nothing against Paddy personally, but when I look at him and I hear him talk or I see him fight, he annoys me. He's a good fighter. He could easily whoop my ass. But listen, I don't gotta like him to want him to win. All right. I want Justin Gaethje to just win the fight. I want him to beat Paddy because I'm tired of Paddy. His hype train needs to go. He needs to derail. This needs to derail Paddy right here. So I got Justin Gaethje in the main event. Second round knockout. How about that? I think it'll be lit. I'm very excited for this. January 24th on a Saturday. Obviously. I think we're looking at a good pay-per-view right here. I truly hope all my predictions hit. If you want to do a what is that called? Oh, what's that called? When you stack bets. I'm not a gambler. But what is that called? Parlay! Parlay my fights. If you win, give me about 5%. That would be lit. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. Well, that was really it for the main ordeal of this live stream, if I have to say so myself. So yeah, look forward to weekly live streams. I am looking forward. I might have a friend join me to do these so they can go longer and the conversation can flow a lot better. This live stream was basically to get the ball rolling on what this channel's about this year. And I'm so sorry. But yeah, this year is special. This year is going to be big. We're going to pull out all the stops. New episode every week. I'm excited. Maybe 2 times a week. We'll see how it all goes if I can get my buddy to join me. But I will be looking for a co-host for Knuckles FM. If you're watching and you hear this, I think we're going to do it. I think I'm going to get a good co-host here. And I think the show could be awesome. I'm not going to lie. The show could be sick. I just got to find a co-host. That's all. that can actually join with me weekly. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Also, Harambe here. If you didn't know, this is my Harambe tribute statue I got from U2's 10-year anniversary this year, guys. Harambe died 10 years ago, and it hasn't been the same since. I will be getting, I think, this as a tattoo in celebration. So I don't know. Should I get this as a tattoo? I think I'm going to. This Harambe statue, I'll get tattooed. I don't know if it'll get it on my arm, but I'll get it like on my leg right here or something, like right above my knee, right here. That'd be lit. Harambe, you will be missed. And obviously, when we get to that anniversary, we will have a whole special episode for Harambe. With that being said, I'm going to go eat some goulash. And I hope you guys all enjoy your night. Thank you all for hanging out. Yeah, I'm excited for this year, guys. I'm very excited. I get officially done with my traveling job in February. I'll be back next week with a good schedule. Pause. I'll be back next week with another episode. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.